Welcome everybody
Welcome
to another
everybody,
episode.
To another episode.
Yes, it's number 12.
Number 12.
I usually don't count. It
Yeah.
just, it comes.
It just comes and goes.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Fast,
And
in and out.
yeah, I'm
It's beautiful. So you like the new angle of the camera?
I like
the way I
it.
set
So
up?
he set up everything today.
Yeah.
I was taking a shower in the meantime.
I thought you were gonna say I was taking a shit in the shower in the meantime.
So the thing is that we recorded the video today, or two actually, for the other channel.
Yeah.
And there was workouts.
Yes, we had to find an empty gym. That means that we don't have access to our own
And it
gym
means that I had to wake up early.
Yes. So the thing goes that we are supposed to record the videos for our other channel, and this was supposed to be the workout part, and we didn't have really a lot of time because during the week we work and our schedules, like he works at night, as evening, night mostly. I work
morning,
morning, and it's very
sometimes
difficult.
when you wake up I fall asleep, right?
Yes. So basically, I wake up early in the morning and he's still up or going to sleep.
Yeah.
When,
So
he's a night owl.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
So we recorded, but I don't mind like waking up early. Like it doesn't bother me.
No?
I can, do everything the same. It's the same energy.
Yeah, I could never do night work. It's too much.
For me, it doesn't matter the time of the day. Everything can be the same if approach is good,
I tried a few times to work at night, but it doesn't.
You need to take like at least like 3-4 weeks to adjust. I mean,
yeah, of course, you can adjust, but for me, like for my health, it looks like it's really hard to go to sleep when everybody's waking up and going to work and doing other stuff, because you work at night, you can push through. And then there's that time between 2 and 4 that it really time slows down terribly. I remember the work night would never pass because it was such a hard time throughout that hour. And then the thing was that you just go to sleep. You make sure you shut down all the curtains. You need to use some protection, something to cover
to
your
make
eyes,
sure you
because
correct.
And then you have to fall asleep, and that would be really difficult. And I would wake up like, let's say 6 hours later. So I would sleep 6 hours and I would never be like fresh, rejuvenated.
Okay, makes sense.
Like I would wake up from the middle of a nap. Like when you sleep too much during the nap and you just wake up.
Yeah, everybody has like different bodies, so it's kind of like tough to adjust everything for everybody. I mean, whatever works for you.
Well, then eating would be even difficult because if you don't have lunch during the day. But the way I was doing it was like trying to keep my schedule, I don't know, try to work at night and then...
But your night work was like extremely night, right? Like to the like 1 o'clock to morning, right? Or what
to
hours?
6. It was from 6 to 6. 6 p.m.
Okay,
to 6 a.m.
so that's different story.
And then other times I did another job. It was from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then it would change every week. You would do 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then you would do 11 p.m., 7 a.m.
I would say mine is more like afternoon. Because like from, let's say, 3-4 o'clock to midnight. 11 o'clock, so then still I have some time for like the videos and like chill, watch something, and I usually end up like falling asleep too. So it's still like I can get 8 hours, wake up at 10 and be right.
So I was working. I left high school when after the third year of high school. I left high school to go and work for 4 years and joined the army in Italy. Then what happened was that I decided to go back to school, and I was in my 20s to go back to high school.
Okay.
I just had one problem. I needed to support myself because I had a vehicle, I had to pay bills, insurance and stuff. And I found this job that would just allow me to go to school during the day for my last year
Okay.
to get the diploma and work and night, and in order to support myself. So 1 week you'll be working from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. And that was fine because right after school I would go to work and work until 11. And then 1 week you would go to work from 11 to 7 a.m.
That's...
And then I would go to school afterwards.
There's no way to adjust. It's tough.
Yeah, it was
like this way. It's really difficult.
It was difficult, but I made the sacrifice. And then the problem was that day that you would finish at 2, start one. It's always confusing because every time you would change the schedule, you would have a short day because you would have to go to work again.
Yeah, there's not much you can do then.
Yeah, it was crazy, but hey, it just went through, and I was able to do both for a short period of time, and that's when I
Good
started.
Experience, right?
That's when I started drinking coffee.
How old were you then? You said
23.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
22. Yeah, around that age, 21.
So
22.
this what I have here looks like coffee, but
What is that?
so it's my shake.
Looks like puke.
Come on. No, I found out this nice collagen at Costco.
Oh, nice. Yes.
That was the discount, like the huge package for like $20 or $19. And this is actually like only clean ingredients and gives you 19 protein per scoop. So
19 grams, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. So I get either dairy-free substitute for milk or milk, depending on how I feel. And then I add scoop of regular protein powder. So it gives 25 grams of protein, then half of the scoop of this collagen. So it comes to like 34 at this point. And then I top with little peanut butter powder.
Oh, yeah,
So
nice.
And it's tasty. It's healthy.
Yeah, I like that because you can eat peanut butter to a certain extent and still like don't have the full fat of the.
Yeah, that's really nice. So
because the powder has like a lot of much less fat.
That is true. So we recorded 2 videos today. They're very interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah,
we posted another video on the other channel about the alcohol and athletes too.
Oh yeah. Didn't get that much views though, right?
No, I don't know. There's some something different. Yeah, there must be something different through how YouTube makes, because there's always I have the feeling that some videos reach a certain number of views and then
they
stop.
die.
Yeah.
That's or some videos goes like for 3-4 weeks and like every day getting consistently getting more and more.
Yes.
So it's like you never know. You never know.
Well, but that might depend on the content you create if
that
it's interesting. True. But I don't know.
I told you we should be like, and the third part of the alcohol video recipe.
Oh, for drink. That would just like kill everything we said about alcohol throughout the previous 2 videos.
That's why, yeah, I mean, not on that channel. I mean, alcohol, it's, because I started learning a lot about that. And
well, I think it's about your health.
Yes.
Alcohol, I don't know why people drink for social reasons.
So there's plenty other things, right? Like for me, it's more like as a value, as a knowledge, because this is like a huge part of the society. Wine, all the spirits, you can know a lot about that.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean?
it's different when you.
It's different when you go to the party and get fucked.
When you overindulge, like
yes,
binge. It's not the poison that kills you; it's the amount of it.
Correct.
I mean,
correct.
It depends.
Because
I don't know if it's a good analogy.
That's what I'm saying. For me, it's more like because I have the power to not drink whenever I don't want to.
But because you're not addicted to it.
Yes.
That's why.
Like last night, I went to the game for the hockey, and we didn't have to drink. We just didn't feel that, and just not the day, and it's not a problem. Like
but
you can.
I don't know if you met people that have like every occasion.
Every occasion. I met.
Every occasion is a reason
so
to drink.
So there is another thing I've heard. If you have to drink to have fun in your environment, you are in the wrong environment. this is true, because of those people who like drink and drive later. The alcohol has like a bad public opinion at some point. But for me, it's more like about knowledge, like gaining, like maybe taste the wine. Like it doesn't need to be the party, and you need to get just drunk as hell to act like stupid.
Well, because when you're drunk, you make poor decisions, and some bad things might happen.
Of course,
the majority of the crimes that happen is mostly even like when at parties or domestic violence, they occur because one of the two people is drunk, either drunk
or after
There is one thing
drugs.
About I saw like a poster that they were talking about students drinking.
Okay.
And basically was saying a male and a female student. He was saying like Jake goes to a party and drinks, and then Maria goes to a party and drink.
Okay.
And then Jake gets drunk, and basically the poster was trying to say that to the girl, pay attention to when you are at parties or something, but putting the emphasis more on the male, that he was going to do something bad to the girl. But they're both drinking. So if you want to stay out of trouble, don't drink. That's what I'm trying to say. Because when you're drunk, most of the time what happens in these colleges is like when sexual violence is all bad.
So I remember the parties in my college. So they had like those, how you call it?
No, like what I'm saying. Yeah, let me finish this.
Okay.
It's saying like it's really bad. It's bad. Sexual violence is terrible.
Many things can happen.
And especially under the influence of alcohol, when both people are drunk, you really don't know what's going on. Yeah. You have a hard time.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's why like my goal is...
But the thing is that don't blame... Let's not blame one or the other party,
Correct. That's why my goal is to more like make it show it from the different side, like more like a knowledge and this stuff. But I was saying about the party that they literally had like those little things, like how you call it, to like when you put some dose to this and you can just pour, and they were taking it and like bring it to somebody's mouth and just giving the shot.
Yes.
And you didn't know what is it, right? Like that was at the parties, and people were taking that and were having lots of fun. I mean, it was a good time.
Yeah, no, for us there's a difference. While for here it's the college American culture might be a little bit different, where they see drinking alcohol as the centerpiece of their experience to have fun.
Yes,
like and the binge drinking.
I think
like the sorority parties, the fraternity parties.
I think the allowance from 20, like when you're 21, it's like too late. I would say it should be allowed when you're 18, because that's how it should be. Because when they're 21, they get crazy, and most of them drink anyway.
Well, yeah,
before.
we talked about this, the culture of like waiting until somebody's 21.
That's stupid.
Compared to
driving when you're 15.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like you're allowing somebody to drive earlier, 16, and
some states you can start when you're 14
to drive. Yeah, so my experience with the college in Italy was that whenever we had a party or something going on, it was just focused on, like, the emphasis was focused on the company, on the people. There was no really, like, we have fun, and there was nothing crazy going on. We just have a great meal together, maybe share a glass of wine, but nobody would just go overboard. It was, I don't know, it was this shared thing, because you can have fun without really having,
of course,
having alcohol.
It's you can still have fun and have some fun and a beverage, which looks even the same. just it's up to you. You need to have a choice, and you need to have people around who give you like certain space to have this choice, because this is not okay when somebody judge you. Like if this is not my day, I don't feel my throat, it hurts, I'm not gonna push. And you need to put,
Yeah, most of the time it's like, oh, come
because
on.
some friends, like people around, other people, they're pushing like, you have to do this and that. No, just relax. It's everybody's choice. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's like forcing you to drink just because, oh, come on, be of company, drink.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit too much.
Yeah, I remember.
to take.
Yeah. In college, there was like huge deal. I mean, for some reason.
Yeah, I
So-
think it's the age and different phases, but
And people want to.
somehow that addiction depends on your addictive. If you have an addictive personality, most of the people try to drown their problems with alcohol just to forget about them for the moment, but it's just a momentary fix, and it's not even a fix.
I would suggest to rather see the specialist. Talk.
Oh, yeah.
Talk.
Yeah,
Try
or
to talk to your
somebody.
family.
Yeah, sure.
Or
That's
yeah.
a great thing. Yeah. So,
So,
how was the game?
That was very good. So the funny thing is that they were losing 0-3, and I was like, "Oh my, why?" It was like, it was still like kind of birthday celebration for me. So
Oh yeah.
part of that. So I wanted like, I want them to win, and so the goalkeeper, the one I really like, he was playing and he lost 3 goals in 6 first minutes. So there was like, come on, I never seen them that playing that bad before. So then they brought my favorite goalkeeper, who is 38 and he's almost retired. He wasn't even supposed to play. He was in the cup on the bench, like sitting and just like chewing the gum. And then they were like, "Wake up! Come on, man, you're playing." And then he was like warming up on the ice, and he was for many people just like man of the match, because he not only lost only 1 goal, because after when there was 0-3, they scored 4, so they were winning 4-3, and then the New York, they made it 4-4, so there was overtime, and then after overtime was penalty shootout, first time I've ever seen, and then the goalkeeper defend 2.
Hey, it's very different.
Yeah.
The puck is small.
Yeah. So your son plays hockey now, right?
He does. Yes.
How is he doing?
He's training and going to practices every day. He enjoys it.
He loves it?
And yeah, so
Okay.
far. And he's gonna start his season this Tuesday. Well, he will have his first game, and yeah.
Well, to be honest, if he can maybe in the future go further.
Well, we went to the meeting with the coach, and he said nobody of you is gonna play in Division 1. You guys need to have fun. Learn, have a good time.
Well,
but I think all the professionals started from there.
Especially here.
Yeah, it's called the Pee Wee division.
This is the best place for young hockey
Minnesota,
players.
Yeah.
When there was players from New York, like literally I look up the names and they're like Bourne, Edina, Blaine, and they play New York, Washington, everywhere.
Nice.
Those
yes.
are like the best players, and the most amount of players were born here.
Well, yeah, because it's a
State of hockey.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Minnesota. Yeah.
So
most
if he
champions.
can push it forward, just if he loves it,
If he
go
loves it,
ahead.
yeah.
Go
Would be one of the few Italian players.
right. Yeah, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Be nice, and it's a good thing.
Millions of dollars.
Oh my god, it's crazy the amount of training they go to.
I know.
I always
It's-
found it difficult when they actually the amount of awareness you need to have, spatial awareness,
And like how
because-
many things at once you have to control.
Yeah, I mean,
you have
you-
eyes.
Yes, you're skating.
This is not like, I mean, I'm not saying that soccer is easy, but come on. You don't have like,
No,
Ice.
I think it requires a lot of skill because you need to be able to pass and shoot the puck, and from any position and as fast as possible.
yes.
Like there's a lot of quick thinking because
Yeah.
they are all new. Did you see there was an accident when in a professional match, they were this player actually raises his leg to the height of a player's neck, and he
holy.
actually killed
Oh
the
my
other
God.
player. And they were debating if he did it on purpose or not. But to me, if you raise your leg to push a player that way, you have all the intent to harm somebody. So you know that you should keep the skates on the ice only and not.
Oh, totally.
And the other player died. They slit his throat because those skates are sharp.
Oh my God.
Those skates are sharp like knives. You're literally skating on knives.
Yeah, like
And
literally.
if you see the accident, it's
Well, especially plus the hockey is very violent at some point that they're allowed to like, push other people. And the other thing, like almost every single game,
yes.
the fight happens.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, those are lovely to watch when they just take the, everything and just poof. It's super fun to watch, but it's dangerous at some point.
oh yes.
So
Yes.
I would say it's a really tough sport.
It is. I
I
mean,
would say
you
one
need
of the
to-
hardest.
You need to be like have the awareness of where you are on the ice and skating and moving around and avoiding the opponent and keeping the puck and shooting
Yeah,
and
it's an
passing.
incredible skill.
It's way too much, and it's insane.
So when was
we
that?
Can,
When was that basically?
we can see the video. You see, he raises his leg up.
Oh my God.
It was about like
Ah.
a week ago.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
Week ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
it's
And I
so
never even.
if you go back here, he raises his leg up, and he just gets. Look, you have full protection. You have a helmet. You have
Technically,
You have a chest. No, you do have a helmet.
know, but
you have a chest protector.
you don't have throat.
But you don't have anything to protect your neck, and probably that's something they should consider because
Yeah.
it's way too much.
It's tough.
It's very.
So
dangerous.
speaking about the sports, I know that you have sports related.
Oh yeah, I
topic.
have something related about the Olympics. By the way, hockey it is an Olympic sport.
Yes, but it's like so there are two different Olympics, right? There is a summer one
summer
and
and
winter
winter,
sports.
yes.
Yeah. So in the winter, of course, yeah, the hockey it's incredible sport.
Yeah.
I know that there's also the hockey on the grass,
Yes. Field hockey.
hockey,
Yeah.
but
Well, that's a lot of work too. Like
it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Running and the field
Mm-hmm.
may be bigger. I'm not sure how many players they play.
I think they play many more. I used to watch it when I was younger. I was watching like so many different sports and weird sports because I just had all the time in the world and all the channels that time. So there were like, from curling, all the snooker. That was, I actually loved it.
Yeah.
And then I bought a table and I was trying to play. There was, I think it's tough. The snooker.
I don't know. What kind
So
of
like
games
you
are-
have pool, like 8.
Mhm.
So on the snooker, they play different. Like there's certain rules. There's so many more balls on the table. It's tough. It's hard to like understand.
So I have this article here from the Morning Brew that
Yeah, go ahead
is going
and
to talk about
tell
5 more
us more.
sports are coming to the 2028 Olympics. There will be cricket, flag football, baseball, softball, lacrosse, and squash will join the 2028 Summer Games programs in Los Angeles. Wow. When the US hosts the Summer Olympics in July 2028, you'll have a fresh slate of sports to watch while slack-jawed on your couch. So the Olympic Committee officially greenlit cricket, flag football, baseball, softball, lacrosse, and squash to 2028 games in LA. And then there is no guarantee that these sports will stick after 2028, though most recent newcomers like surfing have since become permanent. And then still, in addition of cricket is projected to increase the value of India's Olympics broadcasting rights as much as 200 million. The NFL is baking the inclusion of flag football, which could hand Olympic organizer a big sponsorship boost while also promoting American football global growth. And then Major League Baseball has not allowed its players to compete in past Olympics, but the LA 2028 committee is reportedly in talks with the league to let pro players hit the international diamond.
Wow. It's a big change.
It is a huge change. Wow, that would be fantastic.
I would say those are good opportunities.
You know, there are some rules from the Olympic Committee in order for a sport to be included. He has to be played by a certain number of countries, and he has to be played by a certain number of people and have like global recognition.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the lacrosse you mentioned, I think is becoming a big deal here.
Yeah.
When you look at the younger people, I think it's a good idea because, like, if it's sport, it's always a good thing. People are moving, people are engaging with each other. I would say fantastic.
Yeah. They were talking about including dancing.
Yeah, it's a sport too.
I don't know if golf is included or
because they have the figure skating, right?
Yeah.
So figure skating is like
but
dancing.
that's for Winter Olympics.
Yeah, but anyway,
on the ice.
Anyway,
it's squash. I mean, yeah, why not? These sports.
Well, squash is like it's like tennis. So.
Did they have BMX on the last Olympics?
I'm not sure.
I mean, sports come and go. I think they change. You know, I remember I was a Taekwondo practitioner for many years in college, and Taekwondo became an Olympic sport too. And for a martial art, it was really
awesome.
nice.
I mean, if something is a sport, actual sport, it's not like because of soccer, it's like super popular. You don't want to judge that like some smaller sports are like bad.
Yeah.
They're just like not as popular as others because they were not like in the tradition for years.
Yeah, it's like you include like in the spirits of sports. I think like human movement is an expression of beauty and sports and achievement, and they should really promote. I mean, you cannot say promote all
How about
sports.
electronic Olympics?
Yeah.
Will be someday probably.
What do you mean by electronics?
Esport.
Oh, esports. Yeah.
Probably someday they will. I mean, already they have those big competitions.
I mean, you just think about it. You still need to practice at a cognitive level to achieve that kind of proficiency because you have reflexes, memory. I mean, wow. But
tactics.
I don't know. But at the same time, you just don't have that kind of like physicality involved in it. Yeah. I mean, reflexes.
At some point, yeah. But it's not the same. But let's say you have chess.
Yeah, chess.
How about chess as a sport?
Cannot be an Olympic sport.
Well, but some people say it's a sport. I mean, you see, like there is like certain, or like you have even the pool or the snooker. Mm-hmm. It's technically not really a sport, but still.
Or like darts.
Dart, yeah.
I don't know.
I would say it doesn't need to necessarily be like super, like you need to be sweaty.
Maybe they should have a different kind of Olympics there. Then.
Yeah, maybe like for those like kind of sports, not find a nice name.
For board games. Too.
Well, I don't know about that.
Or yeah, you just put all these games together. But no, for me, an Olympic sport should be a sport where athletes really work hard on like really physically trying to achieve a goal.
For sure.
Lacrosse, absolutely.
Oh,
it is hard.
Or like ski jumping. That's I like a lot.
You know, another one, they should include pickleball because it's crazy.
Pickleball. Oh, yeah.
It's
growing,
getting it's growing like crazy in the last few years.
Yeah, I never played. I want to play sometime.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking about it's like a smaller
tennis
than tennis. Yeah, and you just but flag football, it's fantastic too. You have it's like it's the same as football. Mm-hmm. You have flags attached on your sides, and instead of tackling you, they pull your flags.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
And you still have the ball and everything. It's like football.
Yeah.
Flag football. They used that for kids so they wouldn't have full contact.
I like all the ideas of the sport. So
I like rugby.
Yes, that's what I like too. I don't like.
Oh man.
I'm not. not a huge fan of American football.
No,
though.
I don't like the. Maybe most of our American audience will be say, "Oh, what the fuck? What are you talking about? This and that."
Well,
It's like if you grow up with it and it's your passion, yes, you have
the same with baseball.
Yes, you have valid reasons to think that that's a great sport. But I think it is. It takes a lot of physicality and strength and speed. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the mechanics of the game that I really don't enjoy
Yeah,
that
same.
much, because I've been to watch the Vikings in a preseason
Mm-hmm.
game. I mean, 4 hours on the stands with the crowd, and the games really last like few seconds.
Yeah, that's
every
the
action.
thing. That's it.
But that's what they actually can find most opportunities for commercial avenues when they advertise a lot of it.
Yes.
And if you see the Super Bowl, the halftime, it became an
Yeah,
iconic
totally.
time for like every slot. It's millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's why for me the most fun things to watch like in person would be hockey and basketball, because there's like the most amount of things going on at once, and the game is going all the time, and those are like smaller venues, so like it's not like in soccer that you sit on this side so you don't see anything from the other side. It's like if you sit here you see everything.
Yeah, but you're talking from the standpoint of being a fan sitting on the stands. I'm saying like the sport itself.
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
stopping and going.
No, this is
and
not very
to me,
fun.
it's not like.
No.
I mean, I like the game to continue. That's what they did with
Tennis is amazing to
soccer.
watch.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Just your head is going.
yeah.
this
Just
way.
like the ball.
Or even the table tennis. It's like when they can really play super well. It's like, wow, how they do that.
Yeah,
what I
that
mean?
takes
Like-
a lot of skill. I mean, just think about it. The reflexes to hit that thing
Oh.
and hit it right, to make it land on that
I
table.
used to have the table in the basement. I was bringing all the friends from school.
Oh,
We were playing like a lot, tournaments, all this shit. That was
Nice.
so fun. Have you played the table tennis?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I never learned how to hold the racket properly, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I never had like a coach. I had a coach with tennis, regular tennis. That was good too.
It takes a lot of speed
Oh.
and like.
It's tough. Like when you, that's the problem that there was not many people to like play with, because like the entry level, it's tough because once you start, it takes a long while to like.
No, I think I'm always surprised that most of these people that get famous in tennis, they go to these prestigious tennis schools, and these coaches that are like ultra like millionaire,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
the elite, bring these kids to train at these schools and stuff. You know, not always.
So
That's
not
always
every
the
country.
case. Yeah.
So I listened to the interview with one of the best tennis players ever, and they asked her like, "Hey,
What's the name of the?
I don't remember which one was that, but I remember the story that she was asked like, "Hey, what's the difference between the lady number 1 in the ranking and
Maybe Serena Williams.
I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Maybe Iga the number 1.
Yeah,
She's 21.
She was
It was maybe
the number
her.
1. Yeah.
Or different one. I don't want to like just one of the top players. She was asked like, what is the difference between number 1 and like number 200? And she goes like, oh, there's not much difference. The whole difference is here.
I thought you were gonna say, oh, the players, the type of players in the same ladies division, in the women's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have the ranking WTA 1000, right?
Yes.
So I think they have ranking from 1 to 1000 or even more, 2000 or something.
It's crazy though to be in that.
I know. But the thing is that like the whole thing, it's here in your brain.
It depends where you start and your skills. That's
Yeah.
not in your brain. Only.
But if you're already in like WTA tournaments, you can beat everybody. Like it happens. It happens many times that like racket number 120 beat number 1, number 2, and goes to the final and win, because like the everything works in the brain.
Yeah, but how many mediocre players playing the top leagues. in
No,
the
that's
world.
why they like.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe by luck some are, but most of the
Well, no, I don't think in tennis you either good or not because that's
it's.
the.
I'm telling you, like
I mean, it's different than collective sport.
yes, I'm telling you, I played for a long time, and I played many tournaments when I was younger, and there was just the stress and like, whenever your brain like doesn't work the good that day, you cannot focus, and you kind of like think that this person's worse than you, so you can win. Then you lose because then you try.
So, how did you think that it was worse than you?
No, I was thinking like at the beginning, like there was one game I remember the guy was so much younger. I was like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Yeah, and he was younger, and there was like little tournament, and basically he started like super bad, and I was like, come on, easy, right?
And then
So
you lower your level too.
I did, and then he catch up, and I was like. And I was trying to like, then I was like, what's going on? And I was like shooting 1, 2, and there was out, mistake. So if what I'm trying to say, if this doesn't work,
Did he win?
No, I lost.
You lost.
I lost.
No,
It
I
was-
said, did he win?
Oh, he did, he did.
Oh my god.
But then
Shame.
I remember another tournament. I beat my best friend that time. This tournament, he was so mad, but it was fun. I love tennis.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
You should have taught me.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite sport is well, I like soccer, volleyball. I used to play volleyball for a long time in high school.
You need to be taller though, right?
Yeah. Well, some people can really jump really high,
Yeah.
and
But
it takes a lot of effort. But if
To
you
like catch the ball like properly in a good
if
way.
you have the right technique, you can do it. You can jump that high.
When I played the volleyball,
Of course, it takes you more effort.
I know I had the problem with the fingers. They were like, like
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
It was
I
tough.
love martial arts in
Mhm.
general. So it's used to do taekwondo in college,
Okay.
and
That's
I
very
used to
nice.
have a taekwondo school for a long time
Wow.
as well. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
Teaching
How long?
kids.
How long did you have
What?
it? For how long?
4 years.
Really?
Yeah, in Arizona.
Wow.
In Arizona.
How's that going? You never told me about that. Like more.
Martial arts, the taekwondo.
No. Yeah, the school.
Oh, it was so I did not have the means to open my own place and rent the space because it was very expensive to rent a business. And I had an agreement with the local YMCA, and we decided like they would say we split the profits. Like
Okay.
they would get 50%
That's a lot.
and I would get 50, but I would do all the work and I would just use the space. But I didn't do it for the money. I did it for the kids, you know.
Okay.
So we would just
Interesting.
I learned a lot throughout that experience. I met many kids. I left a good impression on many of
That's
them.
awesome.
Yeah, and it was wonderful to see how the parents would come to me and say that their kids changed because I would be like really strict.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I mean-
I would be fair with everybody, and I would have most of the time I had so many different students, like different different ethnicities, because there would be mostly being in Arizona, closer to Mexico, we have like most people who speak Spanish, and most kids will be there and speaking Spanish. And then also we have a lot of Asian kids. Like they were pretty much from different parts of the world. It was crazy. And I noticed something that's different. And it was that I even saw as soon as I would see the behavior of the parents with their kids, I would find out the character of the kids.
Yeah, that's
right away.
always what.
Because
Nice.
some parents would say, "Oh, if he doesn't want to do it,
Hmm.
you know," like I would put them doing exercises, push-ups, and all that stuff. And I said, "Okay, I get it." So,
Yeah,
like,
just
then I would tell
just leave them alone.
I would tell the parents, "Stay out of the room, please, because otherwise the kids is going to be influenced by your presence." and I want them to be focused on me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will look at you, you know. So, and I'm trying to teach them.
And this is actually a great approach.
Yeah, most people were good about it, and they really liked it.
Because when I had piano lessons, when sometimes my parents were coming to the class, there was like different kind of stress that you want to impress, and you don't really focus on the class then.
Mm-hmm.
So
then another great thing that I had is like most Asian parents, they were fantastic. They would tell me like they put a lot of emphasis on the teacher, their culture, saying like, this is the teacher, he takes care of it, you listen to what he has to say, and the parent would say nothing. So we were at this tournament, and I had this kid, and they were sparring on this tournament, and this kid was hyperventilating. She was not feeling well, and the parents were sitting in the stand. They were just chilling. They were just looking, and I was freaking out a little bit. So like, oh my God, this kid. And I look at the parents, they say nothing. They just like, you go ahead. And I tell the kids and I ask, are you okay? Do you want to continue? You say yes. I took their Hogu, the chest protector, I loosened it up to let her breathe. And he said, look at me, are you ready? Come on, you can do this. She said, yes, I'm ready, I can do this. Tightened the Hogu back on fighting, and she won the fight. And
wow,
yeah,
that's great.
And I would just like push like discipline, and it's in a sense it's like kids love structure. That's what I learned back then. Like they like to know what comes next because they're unable to decide. I mean, come on, what would happen if you would leave everything in their hands to decide to do whatever they want? Consequences will be devastating.
Yeah,
if you let a kid, I mean, you don't know what, like Don said, you train the kid, you don't let the kid train you.
I have this very interesting ranking of best desserts in the world.
Oh man, I love desserts.
As we love chocolate, we love desserts, we love anything what is sweet. We would love to touch this topic as well.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So this is, I am not going to read them all. It's 50.
I'll read the first 10. Oh, is there a nationality as well?
Correct.
Oh God.
Yes. So most of them, we probably know them, we've heard. So first, what's your guess?
Wait. So can you go from number 10 to number 1?
Yes.
Okay. So we just have built up the audience.
So number 10 in the whole ranking, it's Sernik.
How many overall desserts are in this ranking?
50.
Okay.
Ranked from 4.7 out of 5, the best one, and 4.4, number 50. And I'm just going to tell you, number 50, chocolate chip cookie. That's what they said.
Okay.
So the 10, it's, to translate, it's kind of like a cheesecake. It's a Polish dessert.
What's the name?
Sernik.
Okay.
It's very good dessert, right? It's 4.6. So all those first 7 will be 4.6.
Do they say how they look and what the ingredients are and stuff?
No, I mean, but you can
search.
You can guess or search, but
yeah,
we know most of them.
Okay.
And then number 9 will be French dessert. Any guess?
French toast? No.
No. Soufflé au chocolat.
Oh.
So soufflé with chocolate.
Yeah.
It just says itself what it is. Interesting. The number 8, this is South American. Dulce de leche.
I don't know if it's Spanish, you know?
So it's Uruguay / Argentina.
Oh, nice.
And then number 7, something I do not know what is it. Argentina, alfajores. Alfajores. Let me search. What is it? Alfajores. So those are cookies. Oh, interesting. Argentinian cookies with like some something inside, like the caramel or chocolate, I guess. Interesting.
Nice.
I wouldn't place it in like.
I wouldn't place it in the first 10.
No.
No.
Then number 6, dondurma. It's a Turkish dessert. I'll show you. Very popular over there. It's basically buttered ice cream.
Why we maybe can show pictures of these
We'll
cakes
try.
in the video, right? Can we do that?
We can try to do that. And then number 5, wait. Creme brulee. I
Oh,
want you to guess. Creme brulee, very good. And then French. And then number 4 is something you really, really know. Probably your favorite dessert.
profiterole.
You make it often.
Birthday cake.
No, it's from your origin.
I don't know.
You don't know
I cannot
Italian
think.
tiramisu?
Oh, tiramisu. I would not think about
You
it.
don't like tiramisu?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Number 3, queso helado.
Oh.
I think it's Peru.
Queso means cheese.
Yeah. What is it? Peruvian cheese ice cream.
Oh my
wow.
God. Wow.
Must be good.
Peruvian cheese. Oh my.
And then number 2, Brazilian bombocado.
Bombocado. Wow.
Bom-
Number 2.
Bombocado.
Oh wow.
Egg custard.
Okay.
Interesting.
They don't look like anything special, but I'm pretty sure the taste would be.
Yeah. And the number 1,
delicious. Number 1.
one of your favorites, crepes. French crepes.
French crepe. I don't know. This is kind of a weird.
That's what the Taste Atlas, they do rankings for all the shit. Yeah. I mean, what dessert would you place here as the first 3 for you?
Well, let me see. Among the first 3?
No, in your opinion. Not looking at this.
I'll put like chocolate profiteroles.
Okay.
You know?
Like there's 49 brownies. Or
Yeah.
like flan, it's number 32.
Yeah,
This is
I
great.
would have expected something more refined.
Well,
Something more. But yeah, cool.
yeah, those are. So, what if you eat sweet? What would you have?
Well, crepe and Nutella, they sound good. Yeah.
So you disagree with number 1? You disagreed.
No, I mean, they're very versatile. You can. Do you know what you have to try? Crepe à la Suzette.
Crepe à la Suzette.
Oh
Okay.
my God. It's like I made them once with orange
Okay.
juice and not orange juice. Like you squeeze an orange. I don't know if you get you peel the skin to the zest, and then you add some liquor in a pan,
Interesting.
and then you light it on fire. And that's insane. I did it once. It was fantastic. It's beautiful to watch.
Nice.
Actually, I want to make them today. Yeah, crepe à la Suzette.
So now I even have I just put
We need
another.
oranges though. I need to buy oranges.
I found another ranking
Yeah.
from the same company. It's worst dishes in the world.
Oh man.
We should bring them in.
Okay.
The first one, it's Russian indigirka salad. That's number 2. It's Canadian pizza cake. Oh my God. It's 1.8.
Whenever you put pizza and cake together, it makes
Jesus.
me revolt.
Or like Scottish deep fried pizza. It's 2.3. Wow. Chocolate covered bacon. 2.4. Oh my
man,
God.
That's strictly.
That's disgusting. That's why.
I'm pretty sure that's an American thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
Oh man. Oh,
What's your favorite food to eat at all in all the times?
pizza.
Okay. What do you
Yeah.
top your pizza with?
Well, I like prosciutto
Okay.
con scaglie di parmigiano, like with grana parmesan shards,
Wow.
like shaves.
So what's the
shavings.
style of pizza look like?
It's like
Is it
a
crispy,
Basic, it's like a basic margherita, thin crust. You know?
thin crust.
Like a usual pizza napoletana.
Napoletana,
Yeah,
okay.
That's the style.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But one of the things that when pizza came to America, they did wonderful things with it.
Yes, like for me,
Like a deep dish or a New York style.
for me the New York style, it's so good. It's a combination of, because Napoletana at some point I like it a lot, but sometimes it's like there's something I miss there.
You do?
Sometimes it's like I feel like the New York style will give me more pleasure. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's different. The way they do the dough, I mean, the flour.
So also the
water.
Pizza Hut, not here, but in Europe, They have wonderful restaurants, and they have those deep dish pizza, like really good.
Mm.
It's called pan. I mean, I guess it's here the same, but I don't like those Pizza Hut here.
Pan pizza.
Pan
No?
pizza. Oh my god, when I tried it, it's so good. I was eating that very often in Pizza Hut back then.
Well, do you
Here's
know
more like disgusting.
a difference between fast food in Italy and fast food here in Europe? Are they different? Are
Well,
they?
in Europe, they are beautiful.
Yeah.
People have them, like in France, in Paris, when I was there, it's more like a place to hang out with your friends. You
Yeah.
just, hey, let's
And the ingredients are, the hamburger tastes different.
Let's
Well, they
hey,
look local.
you
Use local meat.
Yeah, you just get like, hey, let's hang out at McDonald's over there today, and people just go, and it's full of people.
Mm-hmm.
Here
We've-
on it's drive-through.
We've been in McDonald's in Krakow, and they had it in this beautiful old building
Nice.
because the entire area, it's like a
And you can
historic
notice
place.
that over there, the McDonald's is like full of people, and the food, like, actually, it's good.
Yeah. Well, there's less and less McDonald's. That's it. Because here you find a McDonald's in every town, every city.
Yeah, but those are disgusting. I tried McDonald's here once.
Mm-hmm. I felt
I will
sick.
never again.
I tried a
It's
couple of times.
disgusting.
What makes it disgusting for you?
The look of the food and the taste, it's like, if you compare it to, like, it's like gross.
Yeah.
It looks like gross, just gross. You know what I mean? I cannot
You know
eat
the
this.
McDonald's potato fries? If you store them for the longest
Yeah,
time
they
ever,
will
look,
last.
No, they will look the same.
Yeah, they were doing experiment like for 10 years or whatever.
I don't know for how many years.
For
but-
years, and they were just fine and the same. So
Yeah, I guess what they put in those potatoes. But like, yeah.
So if you choose the fast food, what's your favorite?
I think Five Guys would be good.
Never tried.
Yeah, potatoes. They're really good.
Huh.
Or In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What I would say, probably the Panera bread. I mean,
Wow.
I love their food. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just great.
Yeah.
But
Some of them,
it's
yeah,
still
they're good.
fast food and lots of gluten, right? As we
Yeah,
said.
it is. Yeah.
And I mean, if you once in a while get the Domino's pizza on this crispy crust, it's a
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah, so we changed the schedule. So daylight saving time
Yes.
ended.
Wait, so it's not no mas? No.
Yeah, it's not daylight. We changed. We just went to we switched our clocks to 1 hour forward.
Yes, but
Yeah.
in the future, are they still gonna do that, or it's?
Well, let's see here. Daylight saving time ends, and doctors say it's time to abolish it once and for all. This weekend, 48 U.S. states, I mean, this is the past, gained an hour's sleep in our annual return to standard time. Doctors say standard time is better for our bodies and more aligned with our circadian clock. The Senate proposed to end seasonal time changes last spring, but they chose daily saving time. So, initially there's a bonus. If you went to bed on Saturday night and woke up on Sunday morning at the exact time as you usually do, you got an extra hour of sleep. After the shift, though, our mornings will be brighter earlier and our evenings will be darker earlier too. Save Arizona and Hawaii because they don't change.
Oh.
Yeah. The seasonal shift can be a little difficult, and it's actually great for our body. That's what it says.
The change? Or?
Yeah. Standard time is just easier for us because we have more sunlight in the morning. It's easier for us to wake up. Then it's darker in the evening, and it's easier to go to sleep. When our clocks lurch forward in the springtime, concentration, reaction times, and our mood all suffer. And then they say that there's more accidents, strokes, heart attack spikes when they switch to daylight saving time too. It's even harder for night owls, who, according to recent research, can take a full week to recover from jet-lagged feeling of clock switching. For years, sleep experts around the world have been pleading to end daylight saving time for good and keep standard time year-round. And the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, in a position statement endorsed by cardiologists, dentists, and National Safety Council and others, argued that for the permanent adoption of standard time, which the AASM says aligns best with human circadian biology and provides distinct benefits for public health and safety. And there's no real reason why we observe daylight saving time. But it was initially concocted to save energy by keeping the sun out later in the day. But that idea was never based on evidence. So, and then he says Republicans and Democrats in the U.S. Senate agreed to ditch the switch last spring, unanimously passing the Sunshine Protection Act right after the ST began. In their bill, it is ultimately greenlit by the House and signed into law by the President. It will make daylight savings time permanent in 2023, meaning this could be our last fall back into standard time.
Interesting.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with the time is when you have 1 hour more, it's super cool. But then in the spring,
the thing is that you have more light in the evening compared to more light in the morning. It depends how you do it, but it's
yeah. What would you prefer the most?
I like it the way it was. Like, don't change it at all.
So you want to do just like it is?
Yeah, don't
touch it.
It would just be darker in the morning, but it would be more light
a little more light in the night. That's what I would do too.
Yeah,
because this is more like it's tough when you.
Well, they say it might be disruptive on sleep because if it's dark in the morning, it can be a little bit down.
Come on,
But
if you have to wake up, you will do so.
Yeah.
So.
But it's I don't know. It's a good. I suppose it's a good thing not to change. When I was living in Arizona, we didn't change the time. And it was great.
That's
awesome. Fantastic. Yeah. Didn't have.
So about the winter, even if it's hot, is there like lots of sun even later on day, or it's shorter day?
No, it's more light at night. Yeah.
I like when it's because like when you have like night at like 3:30 afternoon, it's like or like 4 o'clock. It's not great.
Well, wintertime, it's
tough.
It's going to be like less and less light.
Generally. You have some places in like Canada where they don't have light for months.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. That was the city
or just things
Barrow
like
or that they they were celebrating in one time that they got light after like 90 days or something. First time.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of depression.
They have like at the poles, you have light reaches the poles in a different way than the other parts of the planet.
Yeah.
And you can have like 6 months of light and 6 months of darkness.
Yeah.
So they will be really messed
up. That's ridiculous.
To have the sun for 6 months light, it's difficult to sleep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really.
Would you be able to get through that? Having 6 months, no light at all?
With no light?
Yeah. Like the winter and no light for 6 months, like Canada.
I guess you can get used to it.
Well, I was reading the stories when.
But I'm pretty
lots
sure
of depression,
like the mood,
crime,
mood.
Holy.
Crime and mood, those are the biggest
like come on, like it's consistently night.
It's night.
It would be nice to experience that for like 1 year, for sure. But like for
like vitamin D, it's like
not at all.
Scarce. That's why. Well, that's why you have people that live in Scandinavian countries and they have like pale skin, or Eastern Europeans, because they don't have a lot of sunlight. Like
that is
even
true.
in England. And then the more you move toward the equator, like African population, they have a lot of melatonin, and because there's so much more sunlight.
Yeah, the same with Spain, Portugal, Italy.
Italy, Mediterranean countries. They have a little bit more dark skinned.
That's very true. It's that's the way how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, more melatonin protects the skin from the sun.
Mhm.
That's what it is for, because
that's pretty cool.
humans adapt to the different climates and environments where they live.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else do you have?
So I will have my second story for today will be Kim Kardashian and her talk about climate change.
Oh man.
3 dots to sell you a nipple bra. So I believe the company is called Skims.
Mm-hmm.
So their latest product is using climate change as a marketing tactic to sell you a new bra. The ultimate nipple bra advertisement mentioned rising sea levels and warming temperatures,
Mm-hmm.
but in all the wrong ways. People are upset at the advertisement for using climate change as a marketing tool and Kim Kardashian's sustainability hypocrisy. No matter how hot it is, you'll always look cold. But in nipple bras were popular in the 70s, and Skims is bringing back this shock factor for $62. And then, despite the hefty price tag, Skims is still fast fashion. We talked about that before. Skims sells shapewear, loungewear, swimsuits, and more. But creating new clothes, especially at the production rate of Skims, it's unsustainable. So they say the company is estimated to make almost $1 billion in sales this year. And then they have virgin polyester. Skims use this to just plastic, a fabric that cannot biodegrade. And then synthetic materials like polyester need approximately 342 million barrels of oil every year to be produced. It's just like a lot of shit. And then
So it's expensive. It's harder for the environment, but she advertises that climate change,
Yeah.
this is a good product.
because she wants to make money.
What a more fucked up concept is this? It's
Yeah.
messed up. Yeah.
And then the $4 billion company has faced criticism for its greenwashing and lack of transparency. Skims has been accused of greenwashing with its I am not plastic packaging, which does, in fact, contain plastic. Garment workers in Myanmar. Myanmar, it's in Asia, right?
Mhm.
Myanmar, it's a city. I don't know where exactly that is. I'm going to check this. It's very interesting. It's, just country in Asia, right by the Bangladesh, between Bangladesh and Thailand. And then the workers were reportedly forced to work overtime without pay, of course. The company has also disclosed little to no details about its fair wages claims. Due to the lack of transparency, Skims has the lowest possible score from Good on You, a comprehensive rating system of ethics and sustainability.
Sustainability.
Correct.
Oh man.
We wouldn't need a climate-proof bra if the world's wealthiest didn't have such a large carbon footprint. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner have been repeatedly called out for their personal carbon emissions that far exceed the average person's. Over 57 flights, Kim's private jet emitted over 4,000 tons of carbon emissions. Multiple notices of exceedance were given to Kim for using 232,000 gallons of water, which is almost half the size of an Olympic swimming pool. Skim has the potential to create actual change, but it always falls short. Climate change is not a marketing tool for billion-dollar companies. We need real climate change solution, not a new bra. The Impact, the Instagram page says, and that's will be the.
Well, that's pure hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that most companies, that's what I don't like. They would say, oh, we need to fight slavery, racism, this and that. But, we need to look at climate change. At the same time, they
Want to make.
they allow slave labor in third world countries because they pay them pennies on the dollar while they become billionaires. and they pollute on the other side of the planet. And at home, it looks like they care so much about it. And they want to show the public, you see, we're very good. So there's a lot of virtue signaling about it. And they want to make themselves look good, while in the back seat on the other side, they really do the opposite, and they are shitty promoters of these kind of products. So I want to see how much fabric is there on the nipple bra thing.
You want to see the picture?
I'm just curious to see how much is is it really worth it? $65? $65? 62. That's insane. I'm not buying this.
$62.
It's not like, oh, it's just, okay, it's a normal bra that is showing a nipple.
Correct.
So what's the purpose of that?
Ask Kim Kardashian.
And how does that fight climate change? Like,
so they basically that they were saying all the container, it's like no plastic, but the freaking
there is
bra,
plastic.
yeah,
Oh my god, that's like insane.
Because she, starting with, for me, Kim Kardashian, when I saw this article couple days ago and I saved it, I was like, who Kim Kardashian is for me? And I couldn't find like any words. Like, who is she? Is she just famous because she's famous?
Yes.
We know her because we know her, because she appeared in a Hollywood
TV show, yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, why people love her so much?
I don't know if she's been famous all along because she was the daughter of this important surgeon, I think.
No idea.
And she got to prominence. I don't know if she has done
why
any
those
modeling.
people get so popular.
I don't know, because popular means having money in that case and fame. That's
Well, the
how
problem
it
is with people who watch it, because they pump it.
But aside from there, I would give her credit to be like really great marketer.
Oh, totally.
Because they were able to make billions and
Like
create-
Taylor Swift.
yeah, make products. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
to her credit, she's an excellent businesswoman.
That's
and she has a
ridiculous.
lot of influence. And she she
yeah.
even promoted cryptocurrency at one time because they paid her money to promote this. But like, she doesn't lack the opportunity to advertise because she has millions and millions and millions of
But I think
followers.
Cristiano Ronaldo, he's also cooperating with this company, with Binance. Have you heard? It's like all over his social media.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
He's
another crypto. It's another crypto exchange.
Because they have so much money and they paid him like millions to promote it.
To create more awareness and
Well,
to have people.
if you want to have an advertisement on his page, you need to put lots of money.
Yeah. Well, my thing.
And they have repeatedly.
My thing about companies is that instead of just make a good product, solve a good problem, they, of course, marketing, you know how it is, marketing.
I mean, it needs to be, because like how...
It's a crazy environment.
Yeah, insane. People are fighting with each other too.
No, it's like promoting, like, you don't create a need. Like, you get inside the psychology of a person's brain to tell them you need this product. This product is going to change your life. This product is going to make you become whatever you want. Yeah. Like, they're really getting inside your head and saying, you need to buy this, you need this.
Correct.
And you realize that you don't need... in reality, you don't need...
If you look at 99% products, you don't need them. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, other than for basic survival, you need
technically,
you need a home, you need a communication device,
and some clothes.
You need a car, clothes, food.
But you can have basic clothes.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like how they.
Well, once you put a spin on clothing, okay, the basic purpose of clothing is like to dress yourself up and cover yourself, protect yourself from the weather. The sun or the snow, to keep you warm in the winter, cool in the summer. The basic utilitarian concept of clothing.
Correct.
But once you start putting like making clothing, like using different materials, making it look different, nicer, and then
It's addition.
it's additions on
Yeah.
it, then it becomes a status thing.
Correct.
Because like you see
The same with the
products.
cars. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
even in the ancient world, like certain colors, purple, blue, they were like colors for rich
Needed,
people.
yeah.
They were for rich people.
the same with gold.
Yeah,
right?
of
I mean,
course. Yeah.
years ago.
I mean, like, yeah, it's crazy. There was a Ukrainian politician that he fled to Russia after there was a coup in Ukraine years ago, and they raided his home. He fled to Russia. Yanukovych. He basically had a golden toilet.
Oh wow.
I mean, yeah, I was just thinking about this thing about status, and it's like, what the hell? A golden toilet, like golden toilet, like
The same with toilet paper with
golden
gold.
faucets. I mean, like, to what extent? Like gold, it's rare, you know.
I think in this case they just have that much that they do not care.
Oh my god,
at all.
that's insane. Yeah, I was just thinking about that concept, but
Interesting.
for the but companies will turn nowadays. They will focus on social issues just to appease a certain, to show a certain segment of the population that they care about issues. But let me say something. When their politics games don't work, and they lose money, then they start changing. They don't give a shit about the ideas anymore,
course.
because it's gonna hurt their capital. Look at what happened with Bud Light.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
when they wanted to have
Advertise.
the advertise Dylan Mulvaney, and people said like, this is a huge mistake. Like everybody was just really like up in arms, and they boycotted the beer, and they lost billions of dollars.
But I think they're on the way back. That's why.
They're partnering
because I saw even
with the MMA, with the UFC.
they even partnered with the
with Dana-
venue for
Dana
the
White,
hockey,
yeah.
and everybody was drinking Bud Light, and all the signs were Bud Light. I was
So-
surprised. I mean, for me, if I saw that before, I'm not gonna look at them the same anymore. But what I was trying to say that like social media created this marketing opportunities and like pushing the products we actually don't need.
Well, social media made it free to advertise any product you want. Instead,
At some point free, but then they
before
found
you needed to go through a marketing agency and spend millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't do it now, but nowadays you have more opportunity to spread the bigger population.
correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And basically anybody can advertise anything at this point
Yeah,
to
it's
sell
ridiculous.
to sell something, you know. So what else you got left?
I have those two. I think you have one more.
I have
actually.
one more.
Yeah.
So I have one more, and I think that education is a great means to teach students to learn things about the world, to have the basic knowledge to face the challenges of today's world and tomorrow's world, while also being able to think critically, have critical thinking. And with the way things are going, homeschooling is becoming a more pronounced thing. Like more parents are taking their kids'
Everywhere.
schooling into their own hands. A historical high number of U.S. parents see their kids as too cool for public, private, or charter school and have opted to educate them at home instead. The number of homeschooled children during the last academic year was 51% higher than in 2017-18 in states with available info, according to government data crunched by the Washington Post. At the same time, public school enrollment dropped by 4%. Though homeschooling rates are decreased from pandemic highs, what used to be a niche education arranged favored mostly by religious parents is now going mainstream nationwide. Analysts put the total number of American kids learning their ABCs at home between 1.9 million and 2.7 million, exceeding the Catholic school student body in the US. The uptick in alternative schooling doesn't seem to be associated with the low quality of traditional education, as it's popular in academically high-performing districts as well. And then why is homeschooling got so big? Schools are failing to meet the kids' unique needs, bullying and increasing concerns that curricula don't align with their values. But there are also economic factors in play. Government program in several states offer parents thousands of dollars worth of homeschooling support each year. Oh, I didn't know that.
No,
While nonprofits provide funds to homeschoolers too. The booming homeschooling rates have created an entire industry catering to parents who don't want their kids to spend their days waiting for the bell. That's pretty good.
Interesting.
So they say that OutSchool, a platform that allows parents to design bespoke curricula out of crowdsourced classes, has brought in $255 million in VC funding since 2015. And companies like Prenda, which describes itself as an Airbnb for education, help parents set up micro schools where 5 to 25 students learn under a supervisor. So that's, wow. I'd say more freedom to people. I never knew if it's possible in Europe to homeschool.
Well,
So
don't
maybe.
you think that the homeschool might make people lazy?
No, actually no.
Are you sure?
Yes, there's this different thing. Listen, so schools were initially created to generate future docile employees, docile factory workers. Because you got like a class of 20, 30, whatever kids you have, and everybody sits down, one person tells the instruction, these kids are going to finish school, they're going to work in a factory. They have the supervisor, it's going to tell them like to do, they'll be like working bees. Everybody is going to be subject to the same method of teaching, and everybody is expected to be up to standards. Now, there is a difference to how kids learn. Not every child is suited to sit there at that table for 7 or 8 hours every day, learning the same things from the teachers. Then there is this other thing. We have a overwhelming majority of teachers that are female. And we got a mixed body of students, males and boys and girls. Now, not to say there's anything bad about it, but girls are more suited to sit down for that long and be better students than boys. Because boys want to be more playing around, they're more hyperactive, they want to do more things because they're different than girls. Therefore, having this female teacher teaching to kids, it's like the teaching style is measured on teaching girls. Like they're teaching boys like they're teaching girls. And this is a little bit creating difficulties for me because you have a different way of addressing the educational needs of kids in general. Then we don't have the same intellect, we don't work at the same pace, still we need to learn the same crap that they feed us. So let me tell you something about college experience. So you get to college and you pass the exam if you learn this content.
Yeah.
If you're a good quiz taker, exam taker.
That's very unfortunate.
So you don't study for the sake of learning.
No, you study for the
because you don't
test.
give a shit about the test, the content. You give a shit about how can I pass, how can I get a better grade? Because a better grade allows me to graduate with a better GPA. But I get out of there, I don't get anything covered. Like I don't know really much. I don't have critical thinking skills. So we're telling kids what to do, how to do it, but we're not letting them agency to think critically. We're not stimulating their minds in problem solving.
That's true.
And then the subjects themselves we're teaching in school, other than the latest crazy things that they're teaching, like about racism, white supremacy, and all this stuff, separating white students from other students, and gender ideology. All these things don't have anything to do with school. Yes, it's important to recognize that there's been an historical shift in this country. We need to learn the history so we can learn from our mistakes and move forward. But at the same time, we cannot spend too much time on these things because we need to be able to read fluently, to be good in math, and be good in science, and understand what we're reading. Like, most kids have a hard time, first of all, reading. Second of all, understanding what the text is telling them to give you a summary of what they're reading. And then we're basing these things just on the subjects. We're not making them work with their head to figure out a problem, to stimulate them in a way that is appropriate for them individually. So if you ask me, homeschooling is doing more good than a public school does. Because guess what? What I'm pissed about is, like, my son or daughter spend 8 hours in school, then they come home and they still have to do homework. Why the hell? You have them for 8 hours and they still have to do homework at home. Now, I learned something that the best schools in the world, the number one, Singapore, number two, Sweden, Norway, the Scandinavian country do it best.
There's no homework over there.
Yeah, expats that move to Singapore, or American expats that move to Singapore or Sweden, they say we don't have to choose what the best school is for our kids because each school is great.
Yeah.
And they have a chef in school. They have a chef. They plan the meals. What is the best?
That's awesome.
Organic meals that are good for the kids. That gives
amazing.
them the right nutrients. There's a chef that makes the food. Here, they just serve them frozen food, pizza, tater tots.
Disgusting, yeah.
Chicken
tenders.
Yes.
With vegetable oils.
All things that is already made.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you ask me, they say, like, we don't give them homework in Sweden and Singapore. We spend time to let them explore, nap. This is very important. So they become curious, and we teach subjects in a different way that it's the formal system. Those kids come out of those schools speaking 3 to 4 languages, and they know English fluently. Mm-hmm. And there was a documentary that I was watching, and it was showing like these kids from Sweden, and saying, like, in the United States, when you have a test, you have the answers A, B, C, D. Yeah. Five like multiple question. Mm-hmm. And they said, like, here they ask us a question and they want us to elaborate on the meaning of what the question is. You need to know. You don't need to guess the answer.
That is true.
So in the end, if you ask me, and then if you go look at the world ranking for the United States, you're just going to see that we're not up there, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
And what is your take on homeschooling?
Well, I agree with most of the part. Like many popular people, they had homeschool because they were too busy with their careers, right? That's
and as you see here, it says.
So I would say it's great when you have somebody who will lead it properly. Because otherwise, it will make. I mean, at least I would be probably getting lazy if it will be like not like pushing. It needs to be somebody who will adjust everything to your.
And I can tell you that the parent who's teaching them for homeschooling cares much more about these kids, even with all the effort.
That's great.
And
but I think it might change, but it needs many years to like switch, because those schools are the public schools, like huge things here everywhere. So
and
I think it will be like good addition for now.
Yeah,
but if you want to like change totally, it will be like years and years.
So we have like countries with the best educational systems, 2020, Global Citizens for Human Rights.
Finland.
Like like Denmark, number 1, Denmark, Finland, Japan, Canada, Sweden, Germany, Israel, Netherlands, Singapore, South Korea. The first 10. The United States is not even there in the first 10. So what are we doing? And then countries with the lowest ranked educational system and their estimate adult literacy rates.
Probably like African countries.
Niger, Burkina Faso,
Mhm.
Mali, Central African Republic, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Guinea,
Yeah, those
Pakistan,
are all.
Gambia, Angola.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's insane.
That is true. People gotta wake up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much we can do about that, but
No, but it takes like, you go to school, you know, you don't want to have your kids brainwashed.
because
About,
like, as far as I remember, the school was most of the time waste of the time. The time could have been used more.
But I think we need to revisit the concept of schooling altogether.
Of course, like it's an old.
Like, it's very important for the kids to have a good night's sleep
Mhm.
and to wake up a little bit later. So
and
why
not
not?
sit with the homework for.
Why not let school start later? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And have less hours. Why not focus on subjects that they will be using throughout their life? Why nobody teaches financial literacy? But if you get student loans, you get in debt.
I
If
know
you get
why.
credit cards, you get in debt.
They
It's
don't
like-
want them to be smart.
But
They want them to be.
there is a huge
little-
mistake. It's
I
terrible.
think they know what they're doing.
Like, teach them about, look, I had to become a U.S. citizen.
Mm-hmm.
I took the citizenship test. So Arizona is doing this. We should have every high school having a subject or a test. Everybody has to take the citizenship test. You need to know how your government works.
History.
You need to know what the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, all the amendments, at least know about them and have a quiz, have something about it.
Yeah.
Because it's your duty as a citizen to be informed and to know your rights.
Exactly.
You know, but at the same time, look, if you're a government, you don't want the
People to be too smart.
You don't. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't want your population.
You want to control the population.
to be
so
too
like,
smart.
why would you teach them financial?
And I was watching the movie V for Vendetta, and he said like, governments should be afraid of people, of their people. Not people should be afraid of their governments. And that sense makes you think. It's like, what the hell? You know, so do you think it's by design in the end to have, and then do we see the teacher that went on the OnlyFans? She was making a shitty wage, and she was making 50 times more doing an OnlyFans than teaching
and how?
in school.
Yeah. So how are you supposed?
And it's
to
like,
good teachers to be there.
What kind of teacher you think you have? But then you see this other thing, the teachers, like most of them just want free, most of them want more free time during the summer. And they really don't go there with enthusiasm. Like, if you're a fucking teacher, you need to go there and you need to inspire kids. Like love what you're teaching.
Well, but if they pay you like shit, you're not gonna be able to.
I know, but it's like, you want to be a teacher. Why you want to be a teacher? You want to be a teacher because of the salary and the free summers, or because you want to have an important part in this kid's life? When I was teaching Taekwondo, that was my spirit, and say like, go. I want to go there. I want to make these kids better. I want to make them better athletes. None of them will become world champion, but I'm not looking for that. I just want them to have a good time and to stand up to bullies and to go and kick ass.
I wish
tournaments.
every teacher could have this approach, but
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's impossible.
That's the thing that makes my blood boil. You get into the profession for what? What is your mission?
Yeah.
You go there because you have to say, you have to think globally, like, I want to do great for these kids so they become better citizens tomorrow. Act locally, like I want to teach each day and do my best and work hard. That's why I get like my blood boils sometimes.
Oh yeah, most teachers are just like,
it's your mission to be there. Like, do you know where you are for those kids? And I'm pretty sure there are teachers that are like that.
they are, yeah, but there's like less small percentage of them.
But at the same time, I go on my rant blaming the system and blaming teacher. But sometimes the system is fucked up as well, because you have a large number of kids. Like, what is one teacher gonna do with 30 30
Yeah.
kids. Like,
Yeah, what do you
come on.
expect, right?
That's crazy. Or,
Plus the kids are violent, loud.
or like the pay is low, and I understand that. Or the school doesn't have enough funds, and there's so many things. But my ultimate thing is like, why can't we copy the best systems in the world and do like them, or do even better than them?
Maybe they have a goal. Maybe they want to control people so much.
Why cannot we go to Finland, Sweden, and ask, what are you guys doing? Can you show us, please? Like, what the fuck? It's like, don't we want a better life for our citizens?
Yeah. They apparently don't.
I don't know, and I get really emotional about this, and get
I know.
you really want to say it, and it's like,
I know.
isn't there something?
You wish you could change, but there's not much we can. It's a system, huge system.
Well,
really.
I think each one has their part to do, in a way that if we think there's something wrong here and we want to do our,
They should start with smaller things and move, because the country is
and
huge.
it takes one.
Countries like Finland are smaller, so I guess it's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yes, they don't have a big population as we do. Their system is totally different,
Mhm.
and they might have different value than
That's why
us.
it's tough. Like,
But even different values should have. We all want good for our
of
kids,
course.
for our populations,
Mm-hmm.
because hey, then you have another thing, is that those families that have more financial freedom and opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
they will go to the private sector and go to private schools, where the kids in the class might be around 12, 15, and they will have a different, better education, and they will have access to different universities and more
Mm-hmm.
affluent universities, and meet with more affluent people. And at the same time, you have the public school guys here, you have these private school kids here, and then you have a disparity between opportunity between these guys and these guys.
It's
And what do you think is going to happen? And it's
all those rich kids are.
yeah, and that's
they
all
have better
because
opportunities.
if you give this guy the opportunity to get there, something
Yeah.
can be done.
Of course. It's all
Yeah.
tough. Well, I think we touched everything we wanted.
We did?
Yeah, I think so. We're almost in
I
the.
didn't touch anything.
What?
I didn't touch anything.
You touch your water.
Oh,
We're almost
man.
1:40, 1:34.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty spontaneous today.
Yeah.
We were set for a different day with it today.
We're set
Great.
for a different day. We say, hey, why don't we
Why
do
today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it worked pretty well.
that's awesome. Yeah, well, thank you.
What?
Thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah.
We will see you next time.
See you next
Wait,
time.
so next time will be the lucky episode, right?
Was 12? No, today is 11th. No,
12.
today's episode 12. Yes, and then it's gonna be 12.
Or we skip 13th and go to 14.
Ah,
I don't care.
no.
Thank you so
We're gonna
much.
do it.
Have a good
Thanks
one.
so much, and see you.
I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day